Well, hello everybody. Look where we are today. All right, if you're watching this video, you are probably going to do some drafting projects. All right, I am Andy Campbell, random actor, and I am the, what am I here at the Waldron for the Constellation Stage and Screen. I have a small shop in South Central Virginia, and I build all of their scenery. So I will be using, hopefully, the drawing that you produce. So I'm going to go through the theater right now. I understand you guys are coming through maybe next week or so. This is fantastic. You can always reach out to me if you've got questions, comments, and snide remarks. Let's look at one thing that's important to me that you may not been told, but for me, I bring all my scenery in a 26-foot box truck, and it is critical for me that this dimension here, this shows up on some kind of drawing. I need to make sure I can get my scenery in the door, and other theater guys might need to make sure they get their scenery in the door. So we're measuring this here. I need you to be measuring, or note on the drawing, this here to here, and then from this ramp part, on the floor, all the way up to the bottom of the door stop. That is the actual door opening. It would be great if you could note that on the drawing. All right, so here we go. Here is the set that I just finished installing for Holmes and Watson. Got that guy there. We got some of these beams up here in the air. All right, so things that are important to me as a technical director looking for spaces, are looking at drawings of spaces, I need to know all the idiosyncrasies. It's really important to me that stuff like, a little hard to see here, this little column on the wall, there's 1, 2 here. There's something on the other wall here. There's another guy back here and over there. They all jut out from the wall. And it's really important that they get notated in your drafting, or at least you include them. The current drawings that I have of this space, it's impossible to tell what these are, what their dimensions are. Other stuff that might be important to note, hey look, there's a fire alarm on the wall. Pokes out a couple inches. I'd be interested in knowing that in case we ever had that. That's our upstage wall. Maybe I got to put flats or something against the wall. I got to work around that. Here's another set of doors. Kind of go out to the other side of the lobby. Hey, look, it's got some, what do you call those, emergency lights above the door. Same thing. Please note stuff like that if possible. All right, let's see what else we got. We're just going to walk around and look at the walls real quick. Behind this duve drape here is like the, what do we got here? Goes back to the dressing room. Cool to know what the height of that is. And width. I know I got a show later on this year coming through that we're going to roll a wagon off there. Upright. Look at all this junk on the wall. Got a disconnect, got some sound stuff. There's a pipe in the wall. Who knows what that's for? There are these roll-up doors that cover up the windows. And I can't really see here, but there is a big old, these doors roll up into something up the top and it juts away from the wall like a good foot, 16 inches maybe. Oh, there's a weird emergency light. Someone's made a little homemade box to go around. Same thing upstage center. There's all this weirdness going on in the wall. It is really important for you to clearly denote that. Also down on the floor there looks like a piece of 1x6 for the baseboard. Super important in case I ever want to make flats that have to butt up against the wall. I'm going to have to make a little cutout in the bottom of my flat so my flat sits up against the wall. See what else we got here. All right, here we go. So maybe I'll give you a better view. As with every theater in this world, terrible backstage lighting. Let's see, we got stuff that's important to me here. All right, I'm just going to shine this up here. All right, so we have, there you go. I'm just going to cover that light. Sorry for the terrible camera work. All right, here we go. So over here, all the way upstage, I have a bunch of battens. I got one with a raceway with some circuits on it. That looks like it's on top of everything. Then I got an upstage, downstage pipe, and then I got some stage left, stage righters. One's got a track on it. It is really critical that I have realistic dimensions on all of those to the bottom of the pipe, please. Please measure all your stuff to the bottom of the pipe, please. All right, what do we got out in this space too? Almost impossible to show you here, but here you go. So in this configuration, mid-stage, there's a big roof truss. That's super important. It's also important on this guy here, and maybe like the bottom chord of this truss is 2 pieces of angle with a little gap in between them. I'd be really interested in what that little gap in between them is. Maybe it might be helpful if I got to hang some scenery to shove a piece of threaded rod through there. What else we got? There's another one of these trusses. And in this current configuration, a little downstage. Things I would not include in the drawing, but up to you. Right now on the back of the house, they've dropped down like this pipe on some cheese burrows. I would not include that in any drawing. It's a temporary installation. It's going to go away. I'm only interested in the stuff that's here permanently. So there might be some weird stuff, like there looks like a pipe up here somewhere that somebody added. I don't know. We'll have to check for the facility if that is a permanent installation. It appears to be a piece of galvanized pipe, which nothing else up here is galvanized, so it tells me that someone found a piece of pipe somewhere and used some grid crossover clamps to put it up there. I'm not so interested in that. I am, though, really interested, just like here, downstage. I'll try to get out of these lights here. All right, so down here on mid-stage, and this configuration, stage left. All right, so we got a lot of traffic going on up here. I got upstage of this truss, I have a pipe. Looks like I got a pipe underneath that pipe. I got the truss itself. I've got one more pipe, and I've got a traveler track, the 170 series, or I think they call it now 1700 series. Oh, terrible. And then another pipe. I'm really interested in knowing what all that is and where it is. Things that are important too. Well, these 2 tracks, hard to tell right there. Sorry for the terrible camera work. Those 2 traps overlap each other by like a foot. It'd be super important to let that know so that nobody thinks that it's a straight track wall to wall, right? It's very important that we know that that track it's 2 parts for like a bipart curtain. What else? Super interested, and I'm pretty sure, you can check with the facility, they've got like this booth here on some platforms. I think that booth is always going to live there. So if we got some real good dimensions, that would be great. It would also be good on your ground plan somewhere if you got from the house their inventory of risers, so that you could put that on the drawing with the dimensions of them. So let's say if they give this ground plan out to a potential renter, the potential renter could know what kind of inventory is available to them. That's about it. Feel free to hit me up, Andy at Campbell, CAMPBELL, and then the letters T as in Tom and D as in David.com. Andy at CampbellTD.com. If you got any questions, comments, or snide remarks. Thank you so much.